Hi guys, it's Israel. I'm Max. Welcome back to my channel. Will you join me here at Aston Martin Minneapolis to review another car? Now this one here is a very special car today. This is the 2023 Aston Martin DBX 707, one of the most extreme SUVs out there in the market. So today we'll take a look at the exterior as well as the interior and see what's special about this car, and also take this car on a drive. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and press that like and subscribe for more videos. All right, let's check it out. Alright guys, so starting from the front of the car, you can see how wide and bold this DBX 707 is. We'll look at the front of the car first of all. This grille has been increased by 30%, which allows even more air to go into the car to cool the engine. Now compared to the regular DBX, it's a lot smaller, but this one here, they've increased it by 30%. And also if you look down at the bottom, it's got even more intakes to allow air to cool the car. So very, very wide front end right here. And take a look at these splitters right here. Piano black splitter, very huge as well. Check it out. And also down over here is the DRLs. Also integrated into the DRLs are the turn signals, so we'll turn that on so you can take a look at it. And also if you take a look at the hood here, it's got these fins right here, which also lets air into the hood of the car to allow even more cooling. And also this is all carbon fiber as well. Really, really nice and aggressive front end right here. And also it's got the huge Aston Martin badge right here. All right guys, so take a look at the side profile of this car. You can see how wide and bold this is. Also it's got some arches around the whole side of the car, which allows air to go around the car. So very, very aggressive design right here. Now take a look at this wheel right here. Now this one here is a 23-inch wheel, and also the width of these tires are 285s. These are pretty big for a front tire of a car. But I want to show you the brake calipers. Now these brake calipers are 6-piston brake calipers, and the width of the brake rotors are 420 millimeters. I believe they're the biggest brake rotors you ever see in a car. Very, very massive, 420 millimeters in the SUV. And we'll go over to the side of the car. Now this one here has some side skirts. You can see here, piano black side skirts which runs throughout the whole front of the car. And look at the side mirrors here. Now this one's here are carbon fiber mirror caps, and also it's got the turn signal integrated into it, as well as the camera for the 360 view of the car. And also you can see right on this panel right here, carbon fiber. Really, really aggressive look right here. All right guys, so going over to the rear of the car, you can see how wide and aggressive this rear end is. We'll take a look at the doors first of all. These are flushed door handles, so all you need to do is press this section right here and the handles opens up. And also this has soft closing feature as well. So you don't really need to bang it anymore. You just kind of nudge it a little bit and the door will close. So for a kind of car like this, you want this feature in this car. Now taking a look at the rear wheel of this car. Now if you think the front tires were huge, take a look at this rear wheel. Now this one here is a 23-inch wheel, and also for the width of these tires, these are 325s. This is very massive for a kind of car like this. All right guys, so take a look at the rear of the car now. Tell me what you feel about the rear of the car. Very, very aggressive look. First of all, take a look at this extended rear spoiler, and also this helps with the aerodynamics of the car. This tail lights here are smoked tail lights. You can see right there. So looking down over here, everything's piano black, and also integrated into it, it's got the parking sensors right in it as well. And then another thing I want to point out is this diffuser right here. So really wide diffuser right here. Check this out. The whole back end on this car is very aggressive. I mean, I cannot really explain how this thing is. You have to see it for yourself. Now there are 2 ways or 3 ways you can actually open the trunk. So the first one here is with the key. So the first one here is with the key, so you can press and hold and the trunk opens up. The second one is to press the button right over here and the trunk will open up. And the third one is just kick it and that opens up. Check this out. So 3 ways to open the trunk in this car. So take a look at the trunk of the car. It's really, really wide as well. You could put a few luggages in here, and also it's got some hook right here to hook up whatever you need to hook to keep it intact. So now looking at the left side of the trunk here, this one comes with the ride height buttons here. Now for the suspension of this car, this comes with a triple chamber adaptive suspension. I can't say the word, but this car comes with a triple chamber adaptive suspension. So therefore this car can go up to a 45 millimeters up, or it can be lowered to a 50 millimeters. So that also will help you load and unload items, whatever items you have. So that will help you unload it. So we'll go ahead and demonstrate that actually. So we'll take the car up all the way up, and this goes 5 millimeters up, and also this can be lowered to 50 millimeters. Do that as well. So you can see the whole car goes down as well. Check that out. And also this will help you load and unload items, you know, heavy items basically. And also bring this car up to 45 millimeters. That'll also help you go off-road if you want to take this car off-road. I mean, I don't see how a lot of people will want to take this car off-roading. I mean, it's a very expensive car to take off-road and mess it up, you know. So I would doubt a lot of people would do that. But for those brave people, you could raise this car up to 45 millimeters and you could basically go anywhere, mostly anywhere actually. All right guys, so take a look at this engine bay right here. Really huge here, and also it's mostly covered so you can't really see a whole lot of stuff. And it's got the stabilizer right here to keep this car pretty stable, especially when you're in high speed and cornering as well. Now for the engine on this car, now this one here is a 4.0 liter twin turbocharged V8 engine, and this is mated with a 9-speed automatic wet clutch transmission, and which has a launch control as well. And for the power, this one is a 697 horsepower and 663 pound-feet of torque. This pushes the car 0 to 60 in about 3.1 seconds. Now this is very fast for a truck like this, and this car weighs, it's a heavy truck. This car weighs over 5,000 pounds. So to go from 0 to 60 in about 3.1 seconds it's crazy. It's just on a family SUV. I mean, it'll put everybody back in their seats basically. So the output of this car is crazy. All right guys, so take a look at the interior of this car. You can see how nice and plush this interior is, and also the color combination in this interior is just nice as well. And we'll take a look at the steering wheel. Pretty massive steering wheel. On the left here, it's got the navigation system and the adaptive cruise control buttons here, and over the right, it's got the volume and the phone integration section right there. And also it's got these huge paddle shifters, downshift and upshift, very massive. Now for the price of this car, now this is the 2023 DBX 707, very expensive car. We have the window sticker here, and the overall price of this car is $291,000. It is a very expensive car, and it's got a lot of features you would like in this car, especially if you want to go to the track. It's got the triple chamber adaptive suspension, which you could stiffen this or you can make it soft depending on where you're going. And also it's got the ride height as well, where you can increase the ride height to 45 millimeters, or you can reduce or you can lower it to about 50 millimeters, which also will help you load and unload items. So really aggressive car right here. It's got carbon fiber inlays as well over on the door, as well as the center console here. It is a car to own. It's available here at the Aston Martin of Minneapolis. And if you want to contact, the contact here is Joshua Duran. Nice guy. He'll walk you around this car, test drive this car. I mean, he's a very nice guy, and he'll take you around this car. So contact him if you're in the market to get this car. So going on to the rear of the car, first thing I want to notice is how big this rear is. A lot of leg room, as you can see here. Very wide, and also you can see the panoramic roof from the front to the back. And also take a look at this rear of the seat here. It's got the pocket here. So very nice, comfortable seat. And also this is heated seats for the rear. It's got your own climate control, also digital. And if you look at the headrest here, it's got the Aston Martin logo embroidered, stitched right on it as well. So pull this one here. It's got the cup holders. No charging back here as well though. I don't see any charging port right here. It's got the regular charging down on the center here. So let's take this car on a drive. So first impression of this 2023 Aston Martin DBX 707. So this car has a dual acoustic start. So basically, if you want a loud start, basically you pull this downshift, and the start button will blink red. Then you press it. This car turns on really loud. So that's one thing you guys got to know as well. But first things first. First impression of this car. Let's take a drive and see how this car feels. First impression. Now we're on a GT mode, and this car is very soft. The dampers are very soft, so you don't really feel the road bump. I barely stepped on it and it just goes. So that shows you how responsive this car is, even on the GT mode. But we'll see once we change this to Sports or Sports Plus. You'll see how responsive this car is. Now the steering wheel to start with is very soft on the GT mode. I mean, on a high-powered car like this, typically this is the steering wheels are always very stiff, but this one here is, I mean, you could daily drive this car, is what I'm trying to say. So we'll go over to the right here and kind of open it up a little bit. I mean, you can hear how loud this is. Actually, I have the exhaust on, the exhaust open right now, so I'll close it so you can hear it on the GT mode. Then once I switch this to the sports mode, you can hear the difference, especially. So we'll change this to a sports mode, and you can hear how loud this car is. and also being very careful. So even going around the bend here, now this car is very stable. It's got the 3-chamber air suspension, so very balanced car. And also it's got the anti-roll system where it keeps the car very balanced on the road. So right now we're on the highway, a little bit of traffic, but we'll try to slow down a little bit so you can hear how loud this car is when you pull, especially when you try to overtake a car. Oh my God. Now going around the bend here, it is very, very stable, and this is, you can just feel how balanced this car is. And also the brakes. I want to point out the brakes here. 420mm brake rotors. Wow. So we're in a stoplight right now. We'll pull out a little bit. This is in a sports mode, and this car is aggressive. This will pull you back in your seat. So check this out. Oh my God. This car is aggressive, man, I tell you. And also, we're in this automatic mode right now, so you could downshift, and also you can hear how, once you downshift, you can hear the rev matching. So right now we're in the 5th gear. You could do this here. 3rd gear, as you can hear. Then you can just step on it. Man, you cannot get tired of that sound. And the brake system in this car is very, very impeccable. I mean, it grabs this car. And this car weighs over 5,000 pounds. Oh my God. I can't get tired of that, sorry. I cannot get tired of that. Now, this is the 2023 DBX 707 with 697 horsepower and 663 pound-feet of torque. This car moves, I can tell you that. So we'll give it a little boost here under this bridge. So I want you to listen. This guy's behind me is gonna get mad, but oh man, you should get yourself a 707. I think you guys will love this car. I think you guys will love this car, and this car is available at the Aston Martin dealership in Minneapolis. And you can hear that pop on the back there, right there. It is crazy. But my first impression in this car is, this is a sports car. It doesn't feel like a SUV at all. This is a sports car, and it'll be a joy to drive this car on a daily basis if you can. You could literally daily drive this car, and put this on the GT mode. It's not loud at all, and you can cruise around town or go to the racetrack and open everything up. Sports Plus mode, hardened dampers, and you will love this car. And also, this car has cruise control and adaptive cruise control and lane keeping for some of the tech in this car. So that's it for the drive. I really want to thank Aston Martin Minneapolis for letting me test drive this car. So again, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and press that like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next